Alright, hello, greetings, and welcome everyone to this new episode in the full clear series of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I am Jeff the Christian Gamer. Let's go ahead and jump right back in.
So, Rook, feel like you're starting to get the hang of things?
Never!
Of course you are. You've taken to it like a fish to water, just like Elma and the commander said you would.
Just the same, let's review the key points, and I can fill in some extra details. Blade's top priority right now is to secure missing pieces of the lifeboat. You remember that much. Countless people are frozen in the lifeboat. It's the key to restoring humanity. Up until we ran into the prone, our biggest concern was that wild indigents would stumble on the lifeboat and damage it somehow. But now there's a more pressing threat. Intelligent alien races who are intentionally trying to destroy us. So, our search has new urgency. We need to find and retrieve all of the lifeboat ASAP.
And the best way to do that is by expanding the reach of Frontier Nav. The more probes we can install, the wider we can scan, and the faster we can find bits of the lifeboat.
So our primary focus going forward should be to travel around Mira installing data probes. As many as we can, as fast as we can. I can't stress enough how important this is. You still with me?
Indeed.
Good. Then let's move on to the other pressing threat that Blade has to deal with. Hostile indigents. There's no real delicate way to put this. Any wildlife that poses a clear threat must be eliminated. The lifehold is our future, but we can't ignore the present. We still have our duty to keep New LA safe. And sometimes that duty requires enacting coordinated strikes to solve problems before they can do real harm.
We're the newcomers here, it's true. And they're usually just out to defend their territory. But sometimes it really is them or us. And we have to make sure it's us.
Indeed.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like we run out there and light up anything that moves. Only Blade HQ can choose targets. And they tend to keep them strictly to creatures that pose a significant threat to our survival.
In order to contribute to this cause, operatives are asked to form into squads to take on special missions. These squad missions, as we call them, don't get posted to mission control like your other more typical assignments. Rather, HQ transmits the details
And then
directly
the
to
outside
the specific
dojis.
target. Basically, they want as many people to know about them ASAP, so they can be taken care of ASAP.
Yo, that fan noise is real.
Imagine that these missions aren't your run-of-the-mill little fetch quests. It's not the kind of stuff just one or two blades could handle on their own. That's why squads can have as many as 32 members.
And it's why we ask members to sign up to a squad beforehand. We can't have blades playing musical chairs whenever this kind of emergency hits us. But just remember, squad missions are not mandatory. You don't have to drop everything you're doing just to take one on. HQ has no way of knowing what every blade is up to when these missions arise. If you're busy with something else, they'll understand. They need to trust our collective judgment with these things. Well, so far so good.
And I think that about covers the basics, right?
Search for the missing pieces of the lifeboat. Install data probes to expand Frontier Nav. And take on squad missions when you can to keep us safe. caught all that? Good. We're counting on you.
And briefing adjourned. Thank God.
Yay, briefings.
All right, well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it?
Yeah, let's call it a night.
Oh, Tatsu's so excited to sleep in real bed. Lily can show Tatsu to his room now.
Oh, your room is right over there.
Oh, it's the perfect size for Tatsu. Wait, what? Tatsu know what that is. That refrigerator. We'll go in there to cool off.
I guess you are smarter than you look.
Well, Tatsu not want to brag, but... wait a minute! Tatsu see what Lily did there?
Right. Alrighty. Oh, that's right. So I will not be able to play. Yep, I will not be able to play online for this playthrough. What I'll probably do is when I get to the point where I have beat the game or at least gotten close to it, I'll switch back over to my main account for some of the recordings, and then we'll kind of go from there. So, yeah, fun times. I think, in fact, by the time I probably get to around chapter 8 or 9, I'll probably end up switching over, maybe 10. Just make sure that I do all the missions that I've done previously before I switch over, and then we'll make that thing happen. But yeah, for now, no online stuffs for the full clear at this time. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and assemble the dream team over here. Or at least the dream team for now. Okay, now we're not going to do a story mission yet. What we're going to go ahead and do for this episode, now that we've gotten the little rundown, is an affinity mission. I believe this will be the one we will be doing. Nope. Need more affinity on that one. Let me see. This one, nope, need more affinity still. Alright, so we'll go for a green mission. Remember I mentioned I'll be doing missions in between the story quests in order to make sure that we are properly leveled and... oh goodness, no, not yet. And what have you. So the first missions that I would recommend you guys do as you are playing through this is the Christie missions. The probe-fessional is where we're going to start here. So let's go ahead and get it going.
I see.
One thing that you guys may notice that I do throughout this playthrough is I will be scrolling the camera around so you could see what the people like, what my party likes as far as the answers go, to kind of aid you guys on your affinity and making sure all your characters are full affinity and all that jazz. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the follow ball. So R and X. Alright, and then so to make sure that we have what we need, we're going to go ahead and pull up the... There we go. And then we're going to change this FN site 114 to G1, and then 112 to a mining probe G1, and then... Okay, so everything is just to a mining probe G1. Okay, too easy. Let's go ahead and get to our map, and then we're gonna make that change. Mining probe G1. Alright, that's one down. And let's see, 112. Yeah, okay. $700 meters is not that bad at all. The first time I played through this, I believe what I did was I made a beeline for Scales, and then went ahead and got more serious about clearing the missions out afterwards. That caused a little bit more friction when it comes to making sure you have all the things that you need for the Scale than what was necessary, so that's part of the reason why I'm going to be clearing some of the side missions as well. These missions, for instance, the Christie quests, are kind of vital for making sure you can get enough of the right types of probes in order to have a decent chance of getting the Ares 90 and completing other quests in that vein of trying to meet different goals with respect to your production. Okay, let's change this one to a G1 as well. Okay, and then last but not least, 900 meters that way. Excuse me, piggies. Yeah, you don't want to eat me, sir. I don't think I taste very great. Alrighty, That's pretty good. Everybody cleared out, so I didn't have to worry about getting destroyed by these super high level monsters. Alright, there's that. And then we're going to go ahead and swap it to the G1 mining probe. There we go. Alright, now we need to go back and talk to Christy. Wait a minute. Oh. Zoomed in too fast. There we go. Huh. I keep thinking that is dirt in my hair, but it is hair in my hair. I have gray hairs now. Wild.
I see.
Did you actually?
Okay. FN 117. Okay. Let's go ahead and run out to the next spot. Okay, I guess that's where we're going then. And there's something for us to pick up treasure-wise. That is not the way to go. And that's probably not the way to go either. So we're going to go up this ridge. Okay. Need to go around the other way. Love the fact that this is teaching me how to explore the world, but it is also a little bit scary running around these super high level monsters when you're not such a super high level yourself. Ooh, alternative plan. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and start a game on my main account and get done with the first few missions and do a little bit more grinding so that we are in a better position to continue the game. So yeah, that'll be the next move. Okay, setting up a research probe at this one. And then, what is this one? To discover unexplored territory. Rock Cavern. Rock Cavern. I'm guessing Rock Cavern is going to make it easier for us to get more resources from the data probe. The research probe. Alright, we should be careful around this area because there are enemies that are alerted to our presence with vision. Those little eyeballs mean that if they see you, it's game time. And I am not level 19, so I'd rather not get, mollywopped. Almost just as bad as the "we can hear you" ones. Oh, don't make that noise. You might be wondering how I knew which mortifols were just plants. Don't ask me. I've forgotten how I did that. Maybe it's just a latent ability to remember that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's see. I believe that is the end of this quest, so I'm going to go ahead and jump back and talk to Christy. Yeah, that fan's getting real. Sorry, I'm just watching my little sound thing jump around because of the heat from my computer. It's a little wackadoo. Alrighty. So that will do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Jeff the Christian Gamer. If you would like to do the YouTube things like and or subscribe, please do those things, and I'll catch you guys next time.